Today we are back to Gen Z's strange obsession with 2016 by One Cloud 9. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if you ain't been seeing on TikTok and stuff, bro, there is a weird obsession with 2016, which I don't blame people. 2016 was a decent year, I ain't gonna lie. But there's also like other decent years. Like, I ain't gonna lie, to me, 2019 was decent. It was, like, before 2020 and stuff. Like, yeah, I remember when 2020 came, wasn't that like a bad year? I think it was, bro. But I don't know, we finna get to the video and see.
The year that has their cock down everybody's esophagus. Everybody glazes this shit to no ends meet. No matter how good a year can be, it will never be better than 2016. Like, I get 2016 was fine.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. 2016 was a good year, but it's not the, like, I get what he's saying. It's like, it's like people treat this like it's the only good year when there was other better years. Like,
it was really a good year. But this generation and millennials are just so obsessed with this shit. Like, y'all act like no other year has been good besides that year. While I was 10 during that time, so I might not understand the full implications, I've been wondering for a minute, why is everybody so obsessed with 2016? Besides the fact that sports, music, and media all peaked during this year. And the main reason that I found is because of 2020.
Yeah, that is the reason why. Cause 2020 was a bad year. I ain't even gonna lie to you. 2020, yes, that was a bad year. Like, damn, like, but that's when everybody started talking about 2016 and shit. But, bro, people forget about 2019. Like, 2019 a decent year too.
2020 was the end of the world as we know it. COVID shut everything down, forcing everybody to go inside and basically live life through their phone.
Yeah, that COVID shit, man, that shit hit. Like, bro, that COVID shit did hit. Like, I don't know why. Like, I remember I was in 8th grade, right? And I was in middle school. I was supposed to experience my first, actual school graduation. But, I ain't get to do it because of COVID-19. So my first graduation was after I graduated from high school, which was last year.
Phones and laptops. And because of this 6-month-long event of quarantining and not going outside, society hasn't been the same since. Majority of society went from being very outgoing and social to all wanting to be nonchalant, popular, and lonely. We went from hanging out with the boys and going to parties on Fridays and Saturdays to staying inside playing Fortnite and GTA. And we went from actually talking and interacting with women in real life to only being able to talk to them through messages or FaceTime. Not to mention, if we wanted any physical intimacy with anyone, would have to
I ain't gonna lie, I prefer like meeting them in real life than FaceTime. I don't know, bro. That's just how I do it. I ain't gonna lie.
Use our hands, which turned everybody into gooners for about 6 months. Don't lie, we all went through that phase. Yes, I said we. Stop lying to yourself. And while it's been 5 years since these events happened and we have progressed a lot throughout society, a lot of the consequences from that year still remain. One of them being the significant rise of social media. Before 2020, social media...
Wait, TikTok came out 2016? I thought it was like 2018. I remember the first viral TikTok video I ever saw, like back in 2019, or it probably was 2018. Was that Mia Khalifa diss track? If you remember that, if you know, you know. That shit used to be trending everywhere. Like, damn, that's how I discovered TikTok, because of that song. I ain't gonna lie, people. It used to be this one girl that used to dance to it. I forgot her name, but she had like a cosplay on and shit. Like, if you know, you know. Like, I know a lot of OGs remember that one. That was probably like TikTok's first big trend back then.
The content creators were still very popular.
That's probably what really set up TikTok, was that trend, bro.
Since that year, this shit has exploded beyond belief. The popular thing to do nowadays isn't to be a rapper or an actor, it's to be a content creator. Kids are dead growing up wanting to be this. People would rather stay inside and smoke and chill than go outside and drink with the boys. Whether you like it or not, 2020 turned all of us into introverts. And even if you didn't make that complete transition, you're at least a little bit more there than you would have if not from the pandemic. But let's get straight to the point. How does this relate to 2016? Well, when you think about what 2016 was to its core, it's literally everything that 2020 wasn't. I think the biggest thing that everybody talks about when they talk about that year is the vibe.
The average weekend in 2016, I'm literally on the way to a function whose address I got off Snapchat. I'm in a packed car, blasting EXO Tour Life, screaming that with my location off, knowing that I'm gonna be home way past curfew. That was back when Instagram was still lit. We had World Star popping off, memes were trending. There was no TikTok, there was no brain rot. People actually could talk to people. There was no like attention.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It'd be brain rot. It'd be a lot of brain rot shit in this grad too. Like, yeah, sure we had Vine and shit. Like, Vine was good, I ain't gonna lie. But nigga, it was probably a lot of brain rot and Vine too. Like it's brain rot content everywhere, bro. No matter where you go, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't just TikTok. Instagram got that shit too, but Instagram do got its funny moments, especially the comments, bro.
Disorder, you could literally be having a
Bro, I
conversation
ain't
with
gonna lie.
somebody and get to know them and not be like checking your phone every 5 seconds. When they're teenagers, I'm gonna be thinking in my head like, losers, losers. Like, what do you mean you sit at home watching people stream? Go do something.
It was just something in the air that year. You couldn't explain. The world just kind of felt like a community. Maybe it was because of all of the challenges, new dances
Yeah.
like the dab, the mannequin challenge, hell, the rise of Pokemon Go.
Pokemon go to the poll.
I remember that shit. Damn, that was 2016 too? Yeah, I think I do remember that shit being 2016, bro. Yeah, Pokemon Go. Bro, you wanna know what's crazy? Bro, niggas that they even watch Pokemon like that used to be playing that shit. Like, I ain't never played it because, I wasn't that much old enough to really get it. But there used to be people in my school talking about Pokemon Go back when I was in middle school, or it was probably elementary. Wait. Yeah, I think it was probably, I think I was in elementary. I was in middle school. But, yeah, everybody in my school was talking about that. Everybody who I went outside with was talking about Pokemon Go. And I remember they had to like shut it down. Or then they say like Pokemon Go was like bad for people. I don't know, but I remember that art, bro. I remember that. Now Pokemon Go, nobody probably plays it no more. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Get that nigga off my shit right now.
Oh, come on.
Get that nigga.
I remember that.
Life just felt more together back then. There were so many things to be a part of in an era where the internet was still fairly new to being popular. It was like the perfect climax of social media meeting actual real life and joining together to just create a perfect vibe.
I think 2016 is such a nostalgia and mixture because that was like the last peak genuine year. Meaning that was the last genuine year of vibe. Like how I think of 2016, that's when my generation, we were like at the peak of this social media stuff. It was having its rounds, but no one really knew what it was. So no one really knew what it was to be an influencer, or no one really knew what social media was. It was still just throwing stuff at the fame.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. Back then, I always thought being a YouTuber was cool. Like, yeah, now I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even doing this to be that nigga. But some niggas just want to be content creators just to do it. I ain't gonna lie. No, just because it's trending. My bad. Just because it's trending and shit. I don't think I'm really one of them. I want to be a content creator to get up and stuff, but I don't think I was doing it for the trend. But I'm not trying to be that nigga. But when I used to, I'm not gonna lie. I was real life a nerd. Like, I used to be watching anime and shit. I mean, no, that's not even lame. I don't know what I'm saying, but y'all know what I mean. Like, I just thought it was cool. Like, I was dead ass just like a nerd, bro. I was just a nerd. Like, I used to be watching anime. I'm bro seeing all these YouTubers and shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I just started now. That's just the thing. Like, I ain't really know what to do. Well, it's not like I ain't really know what to do. I just ain't had the money for shit. But now,
Just going with the vibes. That was like the last year of what we know before everything just turned superficial. And then right after that, my generation, shout out to the 25 and 26 year olds. I can't pinpoint it, but we crossed over into a different sector in 2017. And if you know the feeling, you know the feeling. But after 2016, it was just like 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. And from there, everything just kind of been in limbo.
And like I said before, one of the most obvious reasons for our obsession with this year is because everything peaked. Sports, movies, content, music. This year just had everything.
The last instances of a full-length Rihanna and Frank Ocean project, Drake becoming synonymous with one of the most nostalgic summers ever, Kanye with one of the most iconic listening parties we've ever seen, Chance the Rapper before jinxing himself on Ultra Light Beam, Post Malone before converting into a full-time West Virginian, The Weeknd giving us an album that was initially negatively received because all you fake mysterious freaks kept saying trilogy's better. Both are good. Shut up. YouTube had content that wasn't just balloon popping and
yeah, YouTube did have a lot more better content back then. Well, like, how did this pop the balloon shit even go viral? Like, I need to know, cause this shit it did just started like everybody. It's like when you see YouTubers like these. Well, I can't even be talking because I know there's other reaction YouTubers with the same type of thumbnails as me, so I can't be talking. But it's just like I don't know with the pop the balloon shit. It's like it just looked the same, like exactly the same. It's weird, but I don't know. And it's like they had like the same idea, the same title. I don't know, bro.
weird vlog. Basketball at the collegiate and professional level was peak. Blocked by Jane. You would see a fine woman at Target and just think about her the rest of the day. Now you just
Okay, no, nigga, that was not 2016. That's literally people. That's literally every single type of nigga, every day like that. You think after 2016 people just stopped thinking about a fine girl they seen? No, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, whenever I walk past a girl that's decent and I don't approach that, bro, yeah, I'm finna be thinking about like, damn, what could have happened? Yeah, that's why I just started approaching and shit. I got tired of thinking like that.
scroll on your phone and say damn and move on. We're in a revolving door of situationships. Nothing feels sacred anymore.
One thing bro forgot to mention in this video, Double XL 2016 class. We started a whole new era of music. Also, football fans, Odell, 2015, 2016, Panthers, Cam Newton, Super Bowl camp, Peyton Manning's last year. Not to mention when you go to the basketball side, we had the greatest finals of all time. And it feels like every big artist also dropped a major project that year. Like literally, I can go on and on about this. A lot of shit happened. And you know a year is good when the most controversial presidential election happened in a year. That's still not the most memorable part of the year. This year was just gas, bro, and there's no other way to really describe it. But I still feel like the hyperfixation on this specific year is interesting. Because even though 2016 was peak, let's not act like that's the only good year in the 2010s. A lot of people say 2014 and 2012 were also really good years. Not to mention 2017 was another good year right behind it. And it's interesting that we all collectively choose 2016 as the year that we glorify. Why is that though? Well, honestly, I don't fucking know. And I really can't answer that for you. It's just what it is. Sometimes we as a society just hyperfixate on one thing. And no matter what's wrong with that thing, we just glaze. I particularly call it
I feel like people just like the number 6, bro. That might be the thing, cause you seen how the number 6-7 became a meme. 6-1, like 6-1 and 6-7. Like I feel like people just like the number 6. They just like the number 6. Like 6 is just a really popular number. I don't know. I don't know. 6 might just be a really popular number.
MJ effect. And funny enough, I'm actually talking about both of them. No matter how many bad things these two people did, their legacy in public opinion seems spotless, even though they both did some very controversial things, if they were reportedly true. And back when those things did break out, they caught a lot of flack for it. But because of how great they were, and because of how they made us feel, we just simply don't give a f. So what if MJ touched kids? I'm still finna listen to Thriller, gang. Hey, that nigga ain't touched me. I don't give a f. So what if Michael Jordan was an asshole? As long as he's dicking other players on the court, I don't care, man. Like, keep on going. And even though there's a lot of bad things that happened in 2016, and we've kind of put this MJ status on 2016. Back in 2016, a good amount of people thought it was the worst year ever. I mean, prime example, Trump was elected. And no matter what your opinions on about that man, we all know when he got elected president, all hell broke loose.
Yeah, a lot of shit happened. I remember that shit. I was too young, but I still remember that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, bro, he's not wrong. People will say when something first comes out, people will say it's bad, but then years later they'll be like, oh yeah, that shit is better. Like for example, I know y'all know that game, Metal Gear Rising, like because of Sandra Armstrong and the memes and shit. I remember playing that game back then because you know there used to be like some library in my area and shit. And we could just temporarily have the game for like 1 week, then we would have to return it. Yeah, I enjoyed the game like way before the trend and stuff, but everybody else like. I'm not saying I'm not trying to seem like a special nigga, but it's just like, bro, a lot of people were saying that game was shit, but now 2022 the game goes viral. Everybody's starting to say, oh yeah, Metal Gear Rising was good. Where was all this when it came out? What? That's why we don't have a sequel of it.
My whole family was talking about,
if you know Metal Gear Rising, you would know.
About moving to Canada and Jamaica, all because of men.
That's proof to you I was a nerd back then. I ain't gonna lie. I still am now.
And got elected as president. Like, people thought Trump was dead ass finna bring back slavery game. And while again, y'all should know my opinions on Trump. Not really the biggest fan. But at the same time, we were just being overly dramatic. Even though people were going through midlife crises during this time, I guarantee those same people still say that it's a good year because of the MJ effect. Or you can just call it nostalgia. I feel like MJ effect is more than nostalgia. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. But when you match this with the fact that everybody was social during this time, it's no wonder that this year was so iconic. And honestly, if we started using our phones less for just 1 year, we might even get a repeat of 2016. 2016. But that will never fucking happen because we're all addicted to our phones.
Yeah.
I will say that. To the people who feel like they peaked in 2016, brother, get a fucking life. I get the year was a good year, but at the same time, peaking 9 years ago is sad, gang.
For what you mean peaking in 2016? I was a kid. Like, I'm 19 right now, bro. Ain't no peaking for me in 2016. I remember that year, sure, but there was no peaking for me in 2016.
And let's not act like there hasn't been any other good
I was in
years. Like, for instance,
school.
2024 was a very valid year. I even made a video comparing 2024 to 2016, which a lot of y'all hated for whatever reason. But gang, we've had good years. And even though 2016 was an elite year, I'm telling you right now, the way y'all talking about it might just be a little bit overrated. Tone it down. Because if you're too busy living in the past, you won't see what's happening right in front of you. And right now, we're on the horizon of what might be one of the greatest years of all time, 2026, which is ironically 10 years beyond 2016. What the fuck going on here?
I guess he muted it after. Should I just read it? Yeah, you know it. Nah, I don't like it. I know y'all finna say I can't read. I know, my fault. I just don't feel like doing it. I ain't gonna lie. Plus, it's going too fast. It's going way too fast. Like, I can't do it. Y'all just finna have to read it on your own. I'm sorry.
2026 sound too good to be true, and that shit hit on a personal level.
Plus, the way that this NBA and NFL season is looking, it's going to be one of the greatest playoffs for both individual leagues. Same thing with CFB. We all know March Madness is going to be crazy. I truly think that 2026 is either going to compete or surpass 2016 final. But if you're still stuck on the past, you won't be able to enjoy the present. So, guys, let's let 2016 go. It was a great memory, but I guarantee half y'all who are glazing it were only like 5 or 6 when it happened. And if you weren't, you were like 10 or 11 or 12.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it was a good year, but I was a kid. Like what the fuck? I ain't do that much in 2016.
Like me. So let's stop acting like we actually lived that shit, and let's enjoy the year that we're actually gonna get to live through. But besides that, let me know your opinions down in the comment section down below. Sky Crew, stay fly as always. Follow my live.
Oh yeah, in 2016, yeah, I was 10. The fuck? Yeah, it was a decent year, but nigga, I was 10. The fuck was I supposed to do? But it was decent though. I ain't gonna lie. 2019 was decent for me too. I ain't gonna lie. People may not agree. It's whatever.
Twitch, stalk my Instagram, of course. You can go follow the Twitter and TikTok. Appreciate y'all for watching.
Yeah, shout out to OneCloud9 for the video. And yeah, if you like the video, like and subscribe for all my socials. And we on the road to 1K.